Hello, Western New York. And well, if you saw my last video, you saw me propagating some roses. Those are the steps necessary to propagating them. And well, here's some. This right here is this is potting mix, and this is quite literally a gift from my mother. You know, for her pot, for the stuff she grows in pots. You know, at least the ones in the blue bags are. And then you got the reds, that's for in-ground stuff. Then you got the yellows, that's cow manure. You got the green, that's, yeah, you know, the yard waste and kitchen scraps mix. And let's see here. Well, and of course you got the other two, the verifier. Then you got this stuff here, you know. Not to mention the acidifier over there. Well, let's just say it was, you know, I mean, you know, like I said, I got about 40 some odd cuttings for worth of roses, and well, I can't complain, you know. Although I will be a whole lot happier, or I'll be very happy if I am successful with the growing of at least most of the cuttings. I mean, when you're growing cuttings, expect at least half of them to die, and it'll save you a whole lot of worry in the future. You know, I mean, because, you know, you could just hope and pray that at least some of the things will make it. Well, let's get relatively close here. I see a couple of fruit buds on this, and well, I just can't hope this thing gets a little taller by next year. You know, and well, I got some fruit buds on the end of this. And same with most. I mean, I see fruit buds on pretty much all of them, you know. And, oh, some well, there's a couple on the end of this one, which is my one with blue crop. I mean, mind you, I put these all in over the summer, so I can't complain too much. I mean, you know, if they produce fruit, they produce fruit. If they don't, well, they don't. What's real funny is when you compare the size of fruit buds on something like this compared to the fruit buds on something like this. Oh man, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a whole bunch. And just the one. I mean, a little log. I can't complain too much. I mean, you know what I mean, and I mean they're good sized buds, and you compare to this one. I mean, this one's just more like probably just more of a something you just scrape it off. And then with this one, I don't know what's going to happen to it. I mean, I hope it makes it, but you know, it might not make it. But like I said, I'm looking at my blueberries, and I mean, at the ends of most of them, there's at least one fruit bud. Some of them don't. I may end up cutting that off. I mean, I don't know. Really like that. So, you know. Some you cut off because they don't look good, and others, you know, you cut them off because they ain't any good. Although, like I said, I got a bit to learn about blueberries and a lot of berry plants in general, even. And you know, so you always look, you always learn. You're always going to be surprised at how things turn out. I mean, this is middle of February. I mean, this is February 11th right now. Yeah. You're looking at my... So the chrysanthemums, obviously, no flowers left. But you got the grapes. And... well, my gooseberries seem to have some nice buds. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna... that snapped off real easy. I mean, it's dead. At least this part of it is, anyways. I mean, but you can just snap it off that easy. You know. It's obvious. No good. So I'm going to toss that piece in my burn pit. And well, I'm just pretty much walking around, really. I mean, sun's over there. It's all kind of cloudy in the distance. Bears is over there. I don't know what she's barking at. Might be barking at me, or she might be barking at a cat. It's kind of warm today. I mean, the only reason why I was wearing this pair of snow pants in my previous film was because, well, I went over the embankment and I wasn't quite sure just how deep the snow would be, you know. Wasn't all that deep, although not to suffocate. Yeah, someone's got a fire or something going. Or something. Unless that's just the fact that the... no, it ain't that smell. I know manure and I smell it. Well, yeah, I mean, let's just have to see what happens. I mean, you just look around. Quite beautiful out here, you know. I mean, it's not snowing, it's not raining. I mean, you can't complain too much. I mean, the temperature's, I'd say above 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Definitely above 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, they got a couple of insects flying around. I don't know if you saw that, but I think that was a mosquito flying around, you know, or something. And these are my chesters right here. And then, of course, you got my Arapaho and Apache. And I don't know if any of you guys grow... well, if you guys... I don't know how often you look at your blackberries, but this is Zone 5, and my blackberry plants haven't lost too many of their leaves. I mean, they've lost some here, some there, but they haven't lost too many, from what I can see. My raspberries, of course, have lost most, if not all, of theirs. Um, Well, right in here is my compost, more or less. I kind of hope that when I was over here earlier, it didn't step on anything. Although that may have happened. Or it may not have. But between these two trees, the one tenant that lived here who owned goats, she would, every couple of months, she'd toss out the goat manure over this embankment right in this general area. And it's turned out to be a bit of a gold mine, you know. I mean, you know, you wait a couple of years and you can use it to grow your plants. This is wild raspberry. Got a couple right in there. And some blackberry and whatnot. I mean, whew. Long day. And this here's an ash tree. And well, you can look at the buds on the end of this thing. It's just lovely out here. And better make sure you don't step on anything. I've seen a couple of weeds pop up here and there when it's warmed up. But, you know, I tend to keep on top of it. I mean, here's one right now. It's trying to poke through. You can never be entirely rid of weeds. This. But, well, you know, you do your best. That's all you can do. Well, and, well, I've been, you know, removing the broken stuff, you know. Well, trying to, you know, it's not easy. You know, and you got stuff that just keeps on falling. There's going to be a day when those willows are down. Although hopefully not on top of me. That'd be kind of embarrassing. You know? I got a couple of maple trees right here. There's this one right here. This one right here. And this one right here. Like I said, I'm thinking about, you know, removing them, putting them someplace else, because I found those three underneath my porch when I was putting in the chrysanthemums, you know, and, you know, I dug them up, put them over there for that time being. I mean, I guess I could have just tossed them out, but at the time I thought a friend of mine could use them for a project that they had. Hey, here's some wild roses. I mean, not wild, dwarf roses. Funny, this blackberry right in here has lost most of its leaves. Yeah. Just a nice day, really. Well, this is Western New York. And, well, I think the groundhog saw a shadow, or whichever it is, it says, spring's coming. Well, I know what I'll be doing in a few months. I'll be doing a little bit of, I'll be planting my plants. Yeah? And I know whereabouts a number of those roses will be heading to. Somewhere between one end of the trailer and the other. Here's this vegetable garden. Gonna need to dig it out. But not. Well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Like it. Hit the little bell. Like a comment and all that other stuff. Okay. Goodbye.